Welcome to something I've been looking forward to for a long time. Another AI-only campaign. I love doing these. We're just going to sit back and we're going to watch and see what the AI does just for our own entertainment. And we've done it before for Rome Total War, so I thought, let's try it now for greekmod. This is a mod here made by Arazef. Here's what it does. First of all, it unites the Roman Empire under one faction, which I think is very interesting. Marian reforms are enabled in this campaign. It adds some settlements and changes the borders a little bit. For example, Saguntum here has been added under the Greeks, and Massila under the Greeks as well. Any more new settlements? I know, borders have changed here, like the borders of Cyrene have changed. Most new settlements are actually up here to make Parthia a little bit more accurate. But mostly it's just, as it says, it's a Greek mod. It improves the accuracy of the Greeks. Thrace, Macedon, the Greeks, I think all have a few new units. The Greek city-states is much more powerful. They even go way up to Crimea now. And Egypt as well. They also hold Halicarnassus. But it's not a Bronze Age Egypt. It's actually a Hellenistic Egypt, so we've got Greek units in here. Greek phalanxes, Greek cavalry, all of that. But with some hints of Egyptian culture as well. For example, camels and stuff like that. So there's still some Egypt in there, but it's mostly a Greek faction, which is how it was historically. We've got a land bridge here connecting Byzantium to Anatolia. This is not going to be in the downloadable playable version. This is just for me with the AI campaign. Because the AI struggles a bit, so this is just to help the AI out. That's all that is. Greeks start with Messana as well. It's going to be an interesting one, so yeah, we're just going to play as the rebels and see who's going to win. Download link and a small tutorial will be in the description below as well. There we go, one turn in. The Romans already moving up north. And yeah, no rebel settlements have been attacked yet. I'm going to have to keep an eye on all the borders, see what changes. Oh yeah, my bet is going to be that the Romans are going to win, but I think the faction that's going to be most surprising, which one am I going to go for? Right, who did well in the time-lapse that I did? Thrace did quite well, and I've just finished my Thracian Let's Play. You know what? Come on, Thrace. You can do it. Now, one more very quick thing that I forgot to mention, to spice this campaign up a little bit, it's going to be a short campaign. Now, we might continue after the short campaign has been won, but why have I say it's a short campaign? Well, because it makes a campaign much tighter. When it's the long campaign, we always have, yes, this faction here is going to win. It gets obvious. But with a short campaign, it might not be obvious. Thrace, for example, has got to destroy Macedon and hold 15 settlements. If Thrace destroys Macedon and are at 14 settlements, and Rome destroys Gaul and are at 14 settlements, then it's next settlement winner, and that's what I want. I want them to be fighting at the end to just get that short victory objective. I don't know, I think it could be really interesting, a bit more of an exciting end, because these, by the time we get to part 5 and part 6, we all know who's going to win. It's just more watching the inevitable at that point. We lose interest, but this way, it should keep it much more interesting throughout the entire campaign. Should be neck and neck all the way through. And there we go, it's Armenia to kick it off, attacking the first rebel settlement here. Are they going to actually attack? If you're wondering how I do these, I just auto-resolve the battle, play as the rebels, and of course they won. So yeah, well done to Armenia for taking their first settlement there. The AI is getting off to a very slow start. Usually they've taken a few more. We've got a war, Rome and Macedon. How did that even begin? Somehow the Romans got an army all the way down here, I didn't notice this. Yeah, this is what I love about these AI-only battles. Armies get all over the place, and I'm going to miss a lot of stuff, but that's what makes it interesting, I think. Yep, they got a fleet down here, they got some troops, and they've put Corinth under siege. In my opinion, they're going to take it, unless the Greeks get involved. We got Pontus here expanding, trying to take Ankara. Yep, well done to Pontus. Ooh, the Gauls doing it as well, taking Leuven. Ooh, everyone's at it this time. Don't worry, I'm not going to commentate every single rebel settlement, but, you know, the first few for each faction, it's always interesting to see the general direction that they're going to go into. Oh, with this one, having an attack, yep. Scythia and the Germans should now have a border. Yep, they've got a border now. It's going to be interesting to see where Scythia goes, I think. Right, Corinth hasn't fallen yet. Oh, poor Dacia, that's always a massive setback for them. If the AI attacks the rebel settlement and it loses on its first attack on the rebel settlement, it really sets back the AI and messes it up. In Medieval 2 Total War, if you see an AI that looks like, it's like 50 turns in and the AI faction looks like it hasn't even moved, what that means is usually they fought an AI battle, they fought a battle for a rebel settlement very early on, but lost, and that completely bugs out the AI. Super unfortunate, but it sometimes happens, and I think Dacia is okay, but still, there's always a chance that it could bug them and they might just give up on life after that. Oh, Hannibal has arrived. He's crossed over the sea. Oh, Hanno. Come on, Hanno, make me proud. I want to see something of this. Are they at war yet? No, they're not at war, but I'm sure Hanno's done the beginning. This could make the campaign very interesting. Come on, Hanno. It's going to be interesting to see how this land bridge works out as well. Now that Thrace can cross here and Middle Eastern factions can cross into Europe. Could be really interesting. And another point I want to make is one power always dominates in the Middle East. It's either the Seleucid Empire or Egypt. I don't know who it's going to be. It's usually a 50-50 thing. In the time-lapse it was the Seleucid Empire. But can Egypt get their revenge? Thrace has gone to war with the Greeks. Yeah, they're trying to take Nicomedia down here. They're trying to get into Anatolia. Interesting move by them there. The Romans playing very peacefully. I don't know where Carthage has gone. Yeah, Carthage I think they've pulled back. They realised they weren't going to destroy the army, which is a shame. I wonder where they're going to go instead. The Romans got a lot of troops on the north, but they're not actually doing anything. And this Macedonian army down here, yeah, they're just starving it out. 4 turns until it dies. Ah, Dacia expanded. Good. I was worried about Dacia for a second, but they've expanded. The Romans bringing up some reinforcements. I can't see any reinforcements by Macedon. They seem to have given up on Corinth. Macedon's always in a really difficult position. Yeah, really poor position for Macedon. They've never done well in a single campaign. They're moving up to try and take Segestica. But that just brings them closer to the Romans. Oh, poor Seleucid Empire, that's not good. And poor Gauls as well. Oh, everyone's losing to the rebels here. Have you seen the map? Have you seen it on the map? I've never seen this actually work out before. Rome, how could you? They've lost lands to Carthage. That's interesting. They must have used an elephant to get in there that quick. Well done, Carthaginian AI. This is the most powerful, successful, smartest Carthage we have ever seen in an AI campaign. That just deserves a round of applause. Well done, Carthage. I've seen them try it many times before, but I've never seen them actually succeed. In the last one for Rome Total War, they almost destroyed the SBQR. They had a massive army here and they could have done it. That would have triggered the civil war in like turn 10 or something. That was the last one, but sadly the Romans pushed them back. I was expecting the same here, but no, they've actually taken Capua. That really sets back the Romans. How long are they going to hold on for Capua? I don't know. I think they'll lose it eventually. Yeah, it was on that same turn, so they must have used an elephant to get in there. Well done, Carthage, well done. And they've allied with the Gauls. Whew. Wow. Right, Macedon have a few more troops down here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think a battle's been fought. What's happening here? Rome signed peace with Macedon. They could have had Corinth, but no, they got worried about Carthage, so they signed peace with Macedon. That's a shame. I really want to see a random Roman Corinth down here. That could have been funny. And it seems like Thrace got pushed back from the siege of Nicomedia here. Pontus, quite a large army. What we're going to do with that? Seleucid Empire and Pontus are now at war. Okay, I doubt we're going to see too much of interest here. It's armies are slowed down quite a bit by mountains. But if the Seleucid Empire concentrate the troops up here, then the Egyptians, they're going to take a lot of territory from them. Macedon takes Segesta. That just brings them closer to the Romans though. Egypt has Syria under siege, we're probably going to take that, unless reinforcements get there soon. Looking at the map, the Seleucid Empire looks massive. No update on Capua yet. More troops were brought into the settlement for Carthage, and the Romans seem a little bit nervous to attack. That's a massive hit for Rome. If we can land down here with another army and take these two easy settlements there, Rome's gonna really struggle. Oh, but as soon as I say all this, they go for it. They put it under siege. If I bring the reinforcements in, I think they could take Capua. See, we fell to the Egyptians. Dacia has gone to war with Scythia now, and it looks like they're trying to take Campus Scythia there. Thrace and Seleucid Empire with an alliance. Probably going to use that to try and sandwich the Greeks, maybe. Ooh, Seleucid Empire, they made it through the mountains. They've put Mazaka under siege, and it looks like Armenia might be moving on to Sinope soon. So yeah, poor Pontus. Carthage, desperately trying to get reinforcements here. They need to hold on to Capua. If the Romans take that back, then yeah, Rome's back in the game. It's so weird seeing Greeks in northern Italy like this. They're here because of Massilla. It's weird seeing them here, it just doesn't look right. Same in Iberia as well. Greeks here, it doesn't look right. No, Rome, you had to ruin their fun, didn't you? Rome took back Capua. That's basically Carthage out of the game. Carthage have one shot at attacking Rome at the start. If they fail, which they do 99% of the time, then they're gone. They're not going to do anything else. Although in the last time we saw the Greek mod, they did actually do quite well. They survived quite long, better than usual, so maybe they do have a bit more of a chance here. Wow, 3 different sieges going on at once. Seleucid Empire at Mazaka, Seleucid Empire at Ankara, and Thrace at Nicomedia. These two allies carving the world up for themselves. Mazaka fell, and then instantly Armenia put Sinope under siege. That's all of Pontus' settlements under siege. They could be dead next turn. They could be the first faction to get wiped out. Right, they pushed back the Armenians, so they're at least going to survive a little bit longer. Thrace got pushed back out of Nicomedia again. Pontus, big army up here. Why is it here? Stupid place to have it. Rome are now at war with Gaul. This is where Roman expansion begins. They've put Segesta under siege. Yeah, and I think their other borders down here are now safe. Pontus down to just one settlement. Sinope, their capital. Seleucid Empire looking really big now, after taking those two. At last, 20 turns into this campaign, and Rome takes Segesta. And they put Batavian under siege. The Roman war machine is about to steamroll across Gaul right now. If they take all of Gaul's settlements, that will put them at 15, and they'll probably win. Unless any other faction can get there first. That's what I like about short victory. It's not about who's best, it's about who's quickest. It's a bit of a race in a way. Yeah, this volcano erupted here. Some really pretty effects for 2004. Like this volcano, that's quite good. The Spanish trying to take Numantia here from the Gauls. Seems like the Gauls pushed the Romans out of Batavian, but now Mediolanum is under siege. Hannibal, could this be? A Carthaginian army crossing through Iberia and then go through the Alps? I doubt they're even going to make out of Iberia alive, but at least they're trying it. I can't see where the army went. We've got some troops up here, but this is hardly Hannibal crossing the Alps. This is, yeah, just 2 random units. This might have been the army. Yeah, I think they just pulled back. The Gauls won the siege of Numantia. Good for them. But they've got these 2 settlements under siege now. These are 2 very important settlements for them. The Gauls need to hold these. If the Romans get access to these 2 good settlements here and the barracks is inside them, then good luck to the rest of Europe. Even Macedon going for the Gauls now. Parthia trying to take Campus Sake up there. Good luck. Yeah, now's I guess the time to strike on Scythia. Just get all the troops in. Just take whatever they can. Parthia's in a horrible position. Really horrible position. Like, we can't even really cross the Caspian Sea because of all these rebel ships. I guess it's not too bad, but still it's a challenge for them. And then where do they go? It's a weird campaign for Parthia. Although if you like starting in a corner of a map, like Parthia is the campaign to play. They took it, they're expanding. Salona fell to Macedon. By the way, I'm looking at Capua now, and I love how it's been converted over to the Carthaginian culture despite being Roman. Like, you can see the palm trees in there. It's a Carthaginian settlement. Right, Roman walls, but I bet the main building's Carthaginian still. Just weird seeing a random Carthaginian settlement here, even though it's under Rome. Patavium has fallen. Numantia has fallen to the Spanish as well, kicking the Gauls out of Iberia. Oh, and I just saw it there. Egypt and the Seleucid Empire are at war. Egypt tried to attack Antioch, but the Seleucid Empire pushed them back, and there's a lot of armies now crossing the borders. And I believe at this interesting point is where we should end the episode. War between Egypt and the Seleucid Empire has begun. Only one will survive really, and which one is going to be the champion of the Middle East? These are the main contenders of Rome, because I think they've got to destroy each other, so if the Seleucid Empire destroys Egypt, they're definitely going to have the settlements for it. Like, look at them, they're definitely going to have the settlements. So they could win, and they could beat Rome to the short victory objective, or Egypt could destroy the Seleucid Empire and then same again, so yeah, it's still not over, even though Rome is now starting to move. There's still a chance. It's a tight race that I really wanted. And Rome here, looks like they're struggling against the Gauls a little bit, but once they take Mediolanum, the Gauls will have no more troops, no more good settlements, and I'm sure everything will start to crumble at that point for Europe. So we've seen the first few turns, the first 25 turns, and now the race has begun. I'll say the contenders are Rome, Egypt and the Seleucid Empire, but will we see another faction arise up and become another contender for that victory? Macedon's actually in a good spot. If they are able to destroy the Greeks, which will be difficult given where the Greeks are all over the place, but if they do take a few settlements, they could be in a place to win this as well, but I don't know yet, I don't know. Hope you've enjoyed part 1, part 2 should be on Monday. Hope to see you in that episode. Like and subscribe if you have enjoyed. Please share if you want to help me out and make these series more worthwhile for me. Goodbye.